Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Arsenal podcast. Man United podcast meets the Gunner Talk from the Arsenal podcast, where we discuss all things Manchester United and all things Arsenal. Let me turn on the lights a bit bright still. But yeah, love to everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV. As always, Arsenal through to the Carabao Cup semi-final. Jesus hat-trick coming from a goal down to win the game 3-2 at home in the London derby against Crystal Palace. Of course, Arsenal drew on the weekend. Disappointing result at home to Everton, 0-0 at home. So we'll be discussing that. Can Arsenal get back in the title race? Are they still in the title race? Can they still win the league title? We'll be discussing all those things. In regards to Manchester United, as always, off the pitch, there's as much to talk about as there is on the pitch. On the pitch, Manchester United face their own Carabao Cup quarterfinal tomorrow, where they look to join Arsenal in the semi-final draw, traveling away to Arsenal's North London rivals, Tottenham Hotspur. So we'll be discussing that. And as you can see from the title, Amorim talks about the Rashford situation as well, responding to Rashford yesterday, talking about how he's ready for a new challenge and he's ready to take the new steps or take more steps or whatever he said. But this is in the comment section anyway. I'm just tired of Rashford at this point. And this is all from Amorim dropping Rashford from the squad in the Manchester Derby, in which Manchester United won, and I was there, and my voice is slowly coming back, people. So we'll be discussing all those things. But again, love to everyone that's watching. Big up whether you're watching live right now, watching this back. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all the socials. Hit that like button. Share across all the socials at That's Me Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV on our socials. And just as important, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV and hit the notification bell as well. I'm joined currently right now by one half of the Gonna Talk from the Arsenal mob. TJ is in the building. Yes, TJ, what are you telling me, man? You good?
Oh, you know what? I'm great. I'm over this. I had this mad cold, but I got over it. I'm still a little nasally, but I'm feeling good. You know, I saw my striker, who I have never once ever doubted, throw in a hat trick. Gabriel Jesus, walking on water today. Hat trick. Don't get into how the second goal was offside. Don't get into how we were absolutely awful in the first half. We will get into that. Don't think, don't overgas it, okay? We have more serious questions to ask, and I have a question for Flawless, okay?
Of course, yeah, feel free.
Flawless, this is a very important question.
Got you, go on.
With Man United going up against Tottenham Hotspur.
I was gonna say, just fucking.
Who do you know who to cheer for? Like, who do you go? Like, when you got your wife against your side chick, like, who do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm Man United through and through. You know what I'm saying? Never get it misunderstood. I am Manchester United through and through. I am Mank, born and bred, and postcode, people. Never get it misunderstood.
Until he's in London, until he's in North London, and he goes over to that big old stadium with the beers get filled from the bottom. You know what I mean? But yeah, no. Anyway, no. I'm gassed about this show, man. I'm in all seriousness. I said this backstage, and I'll say it to you here as well. I was very, very happy for you that you got to witness your guys away at the Champions.
It was great.
Ahmad's goal, absolutely fantastic. Lisandro Martinez, the whole thing. You know what? I hate both teams, so I was just glad one of my friends was happy. Okay, and you know what? You know what made me sleep even better, Flawless?
Go on.
Was the fact that Vader is suffering even more.
Oh, he's stressed.
Oh my God. The gaslighting that I don't know if you have them in any of your group chats, but the gaslighting that I have been subjected to for the last 3 weeks has just gotten progressively worse. And I'm just enjoying the ride. Look, my club is in the mud in the league. Like, you know what? And it's just like you, Flawless, to bring up the Everton game right after we get a victory to cement our place in the Carabao Cup semifinal. Come on.
We have to talk about both because we haven't spoken about.
I don't even remember that Everton game. I don't even remember that Everton game. I took a lot of cold meds. You know,
we'll start with the good. Through to Jesus hat trick. Someone said it. Prime said in the chat he found his Brazilian passport. 3-2 winners. into the
He
semi-final.
threw his Bolivian passport away, that's for sure.
Into the semi-final, he scored good goals as well. They were very, very good team goals. So yeah, thoughts on the Crystal Palace game. We'll start with the positive for us. We'll go.
Okay, well, I'll start with the negative, like positive result, but overall, like pretty mediocre performance. If we're being honest with you, that first half of football should not be considered football. What Arsenal were doing out there was not football. I don't know, like what that was. But I literally had to get up after the first 45 minutes and walk away. I had to take a break because whatever that was is not the Arsenal that I support, that I fly around this fucking country paying way too much money to watch preseason, sacrificing my afternoons, my weekends to watch. So I had to go out and take some deep breaths. But, first half, let's just get into it. That lineup, I think Dal said it perfectly.
The lineup. You weren't happy about the lineup now?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I thought that it might be enough. I thought it might be enough, but as I looked at it, we had no spine. We had Yeri, Marino, and Jorginho starting in the midfield for us against the Premier League side. You got to remember that Crystal Palace is a Premier League side, and this was a competition they wanted to stay in. If they would have won this, that would have been their 5th cup competition semifinal ever. So they were out there trying to win it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were out there trying to win it. And so they put a good lineup out there. Mateta is always a problem for us. So I was not too happy about the midfield because there was no creativity there or outside of Ethan Nwaneri. And when you put Ethan Nwaneri next to Raheem, you haven't seen the best of me yet, Sterling, and you put Partey playing out of position at right back, what do you expect Ethan Nwaneri to do? And he has Moreno, who is not a beast. He might be hairy, but he's not a beast. Shout out Tony.
Shout out Tony every time.
Tony better be here because I have some serious questions.
We all got questions for Tony. I got questions for Tony too.
Bro, Marino is so mid. This guy is so bad. Like this guy was always picked like second to last in gym class. You can tell by the way he carries himself and by the way he plays. There's just no confidence there. It's absolutely brutal. I think he's only scored 1 goal for us, and it was on a header that was right on the money. So it's like, what?
Hey,
I don't see.
And you want to ask the man a question? Here he is, the man himself.
There he is. You know what? I'm glad he has to answer for this.
Man like Tony Claude Gunner in the building.
Tony, you have to answer for this. First of all, big up. How are you?
Tony?
TJ, what are you waffling about?
What am I waffling about?
What are you waffling about? TJ, I mean, TJ, you're in the Carabao Cup semi-final. I mean, bro, deal with it. What is it, man? Come on, man. You're in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, bro. You're still in the hunt for the Premier League. You're in the Champions League in top position. I mean, you're also in the FA Cup. TJ, relax. Calm down.
We're in the FA Cup because we haven't been knocked out by these guys yet.
Bro, calm down. Relax. Shout out to everyone who's watching us in the chat. Yeah, big ups. Yeah, big up, Flawless, man. How you doing, Flawless? And how you doing, TJ, man? TJ, nice to see you.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good.
Big up, Tony, every time. But go on, TJ. Carry on talking about.
So I'll finish up what I'm talking, and then we have to question our buddy TC down here. TC has some things to answer for, because Mikel Moreno, brutal today. Jorginho, mid. This guy is finished. I hate to say it. He's finished. He needs to be done. He has no legs. He can ping an odd ball over the top, but other than that, he's not really good. Our midfield was absolutely brutal, and everybody was so upset. Well, why aren't we creating anything? Well, because we don't have a midfield that can create anything. And here's one of the biggest things, and here's why I'm super Arteta out now. This is not leaving for a long time. This little subheader here. This is not leaving for a long time
Hashtag
because
gotta tell him
the
out.
way this guy treats Arsenal youth players is criminal, and he should be locked away for it.
I agree.
He puts these youth players in impossible situations most of the time. He will sub on Ethan Nwaneri when he needs a goal in the 80th minute. There's nobody around him. The players are exhausted. He's never going to get that done. Miles Lewis-Skelly, he puts him in against Liverpool to try to hold a 2-1 lead at the Emirates against Mohamed Salah, who has been, it's not arguably, he who has been the best player in the Premier League this season, and you expect him to do something. You put Ethan Nwaneri with Raheem the Dream Sterling, Reno, Partey, and Jorginho, and you expect him to do what? You expect him to do what? Okay? So stop doing this. It's unfair to Ethan Nwaneri. I would not be surprised if he leaves eventually. I wouldn't blame him because you tell who he prioritizes. And obviously, it's Martin Odegaard. And Martin Odegaard absolutely cooked today. So what this tells me is that our bench is not fixed. We have zero depth in key positions. And you and me, Flawless, we are going to be talking about the same bullshit that we've been talking about for the past 2 or 3 years when it comes to the transfer window. Because I can get you the list right now. We need another fullback. We need another CDM. We need another creative midfielder. We need a left winger. We need a backup right winger to Saka, and we still need a 9. So, yeah, and I TC told me, he's like, TJ, you don't have the answers. I think I have the answers. It's getting this manager out, and then we have to spend another 200-300 million. Do not give this guy another red cent. Don't do it because, well, you saw today in the first half was our B team.
Yeah, that's
and we looked awful against one of the worst teams in the Premier League. One of the worst. This Crystal Palace side has been absolutely brutal all season long. Unless they're playing Tottenham. Absolutely brutal.
So unnecessary.
And so when you sub on your A-listers, you sub on Odegaard and Saka and Gabriel and Saliba at halftime or around halftime, we just cook them. That second half, but
you lot was on
compared to the first half, was night and day. Big up, and the last thing I'm going to say, big up Gabriel Jesus. I'm not expecting this kind of consistency from him, but excellent game. I don't care if the second goal was offside. Incredible finish on both the first, second, and third goals. He showed that he can finish if he wants to be. So hopefully this gives him some confidence. Hopefully. Not holding out, but hopefully.
First, Tony, what are you saying? Thoughts on your game today? Through to the Carabao Cup semi-final, when a goal down. Jesus hat-trick. And Ketia with a good goal, nice reply, but you end up.
I mean, I just want to go through some of the points TJ has raised before I go to my own thoughts about the game. TJ has raised 2 critical issues that needs critical thought to actually get into them. TJ, you took shots at Merino. We can all agree that this manager doesn't know how to set up a team. Do you agree to this, TJ? That this manager... No, TJ. Just give me either affirmatives or denials. Do you accept it that this manager doesn't know how to set up teams? Do you agree also that this manager doesn't really know the skill set that his players possesses? Do you agree to it? Is that an affirmative from you?
The profile of player he brings in isn't good enough for how he wants to play.
TJ, do you agree that this manager doesn't understand the nuances with which his players come with? And do you accept that this manager doesn't know how to set up a team? Do you agree with that fact?
Overall, yes.
Overall, yes. Good. So in more sense, what we're talking about right now is that this manager doesn't know how to use Merino. He doesn't know how to set players up. TJ, you don't even have to believe that Merino is a beast. No problem. Just look at the treatment Thomas Partey is getting in this team. I mean, TJ, Thomas Partey started in centre back position today. That's equivalent of putting David Raya in the striking position. We have to agree that this
I
manager,
think that's a crazy metaphor, but okay.
TJ, the problem isn't Merino. The problem is this manager. Couple of weeks ago, we were all talking about, hey, let's give one area a chance. This is the second one you were talking about that I want to talk about. You were always talking about one area. Why isn't he starting games? This, that. Well, he started a game today. And I'm, to be very sincere with you, that kid is Nigerian. I like that kid. He was nowhere to be found today.
Oh,
TJ, he had an underwhelming game. I would give him a 6 over 10.
I would be underwhelming too if I had to play against Raheem Sterling. Pick up sheep.
No, TJ, that's excuses. But TJ, this is the fact here, yeah. That proves today that this kid isn't what we're making him to be. This kid has talent. This kid has a skill set that's enviable. I get that. We should ease him in. He's not totally ready. We've said this many times. He's not ready. He's not totally ready. Give him the season.
Can I ask you a question?
Give him the season. TJ, give him the season to just get to understand the nuances on how to play and to give him more games so that he can understand what it means to actually play in intense games like this.
Tony,
because games like this will come when everyone around you are not playing quite well. You would have to drive your team forward. You would have to bring out certain moments to get us goals, which was what Odegaard, the guy that came in and replaced him in that position he was playing, came in and did beautifully well.
Who else
so,
came in,
I mean, no, let's don't do that.
Who else came in?
No, let's don't do that.
No, it's important to the point that
he came. He had an underwhelming game. That's it. So
it's not.
Players have it.
Let me ask
players have underwhelming days.
No. I'm not letting you get away with this week. I'm not letting you do it because look. Let me ask you a question. Finland is going to war, okay, with Sweden. It would never happen, right? But Finland is going away to war, and they say, Tony, we're calling you up because you're a gunman. Right, we know you're going to be able to go to war and you're going to be able to serve us, right? But we're going to give you a slingshot. Okay. Whereas another general might say, you know what, Tony, he's a gunman. He has a lot of potential. Why not give him the AR? Why not give him the AR-15 so he can actually do some damage? Do you kind of get what I'm saying here? Do you get the metaphor?
No. I get you. Then you'll be very, very unfair to other players who have played there with underwhelming players all around them. Gabriel Jesus has been underwhelming this season. I mean, throw away the fact that he has scored goals today.
Odegaard came on.
He has always been underwhelming this season. Yeah,
he has been.
Trossard has been dropped this season. So why are we pitching Odegaard and allowing him to create for these bozos that can't score goals? So, I mean, if you're to go by that, then of course, Odegaard has crap all around him. So that's what I'm telling you. Let's be sensible when we're going through this comparisons. It has happened. Players would have underwhelming days. It's for him to learn from it. Skelly, we threw in Scully into that Liverpool game. Look at what Mohamed Salah did to him. Made a complete show of him. And then we brought him into another game, and he looked complete in a Premiership game, and he looked completely good. So it happens. Mistakes happen. Let's take this. Let this be a training day. How about that? Yeah, guys, I don't mean to go. I don't need to go Denzel Washington with you guys. See, bro.
I might put out a t-shirt. I'm not gonna lie.
How about that? I mean, one Navy training day for you. How about that? See, man. See, guys. Yeah, it's simple. TJC. I'm just saying. the kid needs to be eased into this team. He's not a guy you should just throw in. And this manager, but I'll take one word you said. I'll take one word you said. You said that this manager is a bit unfair to one area. I completely agree with you. It's completely unfair in the way he just trust him in, starting in today. I didn't. I see. This is a
I didn't
Carabao Cup
disagree with
game,
him
but
starting today, by the way.
it's a
I didn't disagree with him
quarterfinal.
starting today. I disagreed
See,
who he started him with.
and TJ, I also disagree with the fact that you're looking at Crystal Palace as a team that it as a team that doesn't have that punch or doesn't come with that punch this season. I mean, in a very, very highly contested league, yeah, they're 15th. I mean, they've conceded up to 20 something goals this season. Of course, I do know, but they've scored up to 17 goals. Let's don't throw the fact away. They do have fast paced players. They do have fast paced wingers. They do have Sa, who looks quite good. They do have Eze, who could run up a storm. We do have Mateta of Sia. Come. They do have players that could cause problems to teams. And let's don't throw away the fact that they've taken away points from teams like Manchester City. I mean, aren't they the champions? In quote, they're the champions. They've taken away,
You stink.
precious points away from the champions this season. So this is not a game that you would just designate as a game that Arsenal should just blast off Crystal Palace out of the face of the map. Come on, man. That won't happen. Coupled with the fact that this is a London derby. TJ, I mean, the other guy who is up there is a Mancunian. Throw that away. Yeah, we're both Londoners. I mean, we love London. We support a London club. You, out of all people, know that this is a London derby. London derby comes with the punch. It comes with the skirmish. It's going to be a fight at the end of the day. So it's two London teams coming in a cup game, which is a quarterfinal. I mean, all hell will break loose. TJ, all hell will
Tony,
break loose. You don't expect Arsenal to just walk away from this game unscathed. No, it's not going to happen. There's always going to be a fight. And mind you, with both managers, they're thinking of how to rotate. Mind you, we still have to go play Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park in the weekend. They're
yeah,
also
they're in
thinking about
15th.
rotating players and all those stuff. So, TJ, man, how the hell do you want us to just go and blast the London team
They're in
away in
15th.
a
That's
cup
why.
game where there will be a
They're in
lot of
15th
switch
place.
and
That's why.
changes? We had up to 8 changes in that
You
team
did. You
today
did. You did
from the
blast
team
West
that's
Ham.
been
Though.
playing in the Premier League.
That's a London derby, and you battered West Ham. You were 4 goals up inside 35 minutes.
I mean, West Ham is extremely poor, right?
Yeah,
so
West
Palace.
Ham are in 14th.
So Palace. So
No,
And Crystal
no,
Palace
I
are a
mean,
place below them.
They're both two bad teams.
well,
They're both bad.
yeah, but
Yeah.
again, you do understand
You
that
know
in
who's in
London
third? You
derbies,
know who's in
anything can
13th,
happen.
Palace? Anyway,
No. But did you say the same thing about West Ham last season? No, good point you made. No, good. Flawless. You brought a good point. Yeah, nice one. When West Ham took points away from us and made us not to win the title last season, did this come out from your mouth? No.
I
West
was too
Ham
busy
took
laughing at
precious
you.
points away from us. That was a London derby. So why aren't we talking about that? Fulham took away points from us. That was that was a London derby. We played Fulham this season already. They've taken points away from us. And even in the next round, when we do play, in the next upcoming game, when we play Fulham, bro, I am not sure we might get that precious point from Fulham.
Hey, you told me you
They're
were winning
crazy.
Fulham are 3 points off the European spots. They are good.
You told me you was winning 7 out of your next 8 games. Now you're unsure of where the points are coming from.
No. I mean, no. I'm talking about Fulham. Did you hear what I said? I said Fulham.
What about Fulham? What about
I said in the upcoming game with Fulham, I mean in the second phase of it, when we made them in the when we play them again, I'm not so sure we might beat them. It's a London derby. That's clear. But again, they've clearly improved. Silver has improved that team. They took points away from Liverpool. It's good you talk about Arsenal in that light that would drop points. I hear you. But you also have to talk about Liverpool that I talked about last weekend that are going to drop points. I mean, good. I mean, I give it to you. We drop points, yeah. How about giving it to me that, Liverpool dropped points last weekend, and they're still going to drop points more, whether we like it or not. So I
Yeah, I
mean,
like that. I'm with you
Arsenal
on that.
drop points, Fulham drop points. So
Liverpool dropping points. I'm with you on that. That's what I want to happen. I am not disputing that. I am with you on that, Tony. I don't know if they're not going to win 4 out of their next 8 like you predicted, but I hope you are right. I hope you're all right. I hope they go one.
Ladimus, why putting up those kind of statements, man? Bro, come on, man. Don't do that, man. What do you
Well,
mean
it's true.
everyone has
Everybody has.
taken points
Everybody
away
has.
from Manchester City? The
Most
Chelsea,
people
who is
have.
high flying, listen to me. It's Chelsea who is actually in the title hunt right now. Did they take points from Manchester City? I mean, man, come
Beginning
on,
of the
don't do that,
season
man.
with Rodri, without
Bro,
all the injuries.
oh, excuses. Excuse.
Well, no,
Excuses.
I think as we
Whenever the
go,
conversation
Tony,
suits, when
Tony,
it
as
suits your
we
narrative,
go,
then you use it.
no,
Come on, man.
no, it's
Come on, man.
the
We're
narrative
not
that
doing
is the
that.
true
We're not doing
narrative.
that.
It's the
We're not doing
context. No,
that.
we are going to do it because context is really, really important here. Because you're talking about Rodri FC here. You're talking about Manchester City. Vader's Manchester City, 4-time champion Manchester City. And as soon as Rodri gets injured against Arsenal, what happens? Exposed, fraudulent. I think if Rodri is still in this squad, they're in first or second.
I don't think they're 1 in 12 with him. I'll say that much.
Nope. No way. So Tony, I bet you when Man City and Chelsea meet again later in the season, it's going to be a whole different story.
Yeah,
well, we'll see because let's see because the next time they will be again. See, TJ and Flawless. See, yeah, I told you guys, don't just throw Man City away. I mean, you guys have thrown Man City out. You guys have thrown them away.
Yeah, I've thrown them away. Yeah, I have.
I have 100% thrown away.
Good. You have the right to. But
Absolutely.
again, look, Liverpool is at the top right now. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can't you see they're dropping points? No one wants to take a hold of it. It's Chelsea that just won 5 games, but trust me, Chelsea will drop points quite soon. We know that it will happen. It will happen. They will drop points. But again, if Manchester City goes in that January transfer window and brings some snipers
that's so
in
shameless,
January,
Sheik. You should be ashamed of yourself for that one.
They have the money. They can do it. What if they go bring in a Zubramendi? I mean, that changes the whole conversation.
I don't think
it changes the whole conversation. I just think they need the right spark. It's not really a thing of they need 3, 4. They don't need major investments. They just need 1 or 2 players who could just come in and gather. I don't think they need major. They have a striker. No, I think that squad is good. No, it doesn't need a major rebuild. It just need 1 or 2 gunslingers, and they're up there again. They just need 1 or 2 players, and it's done. They have a spine. They have a good defense. If the players who are injured come back to play, suddenly their defense looks good. If Ake comes back, and other gunslingers in the defense come back, it's good. If
Ake and Akanji can't stay fit, it's a huge problem for them.
It's a huge problem for them. If Akanji comes back, it's a different conversation. If Ake comes back fit playing, it's a different conversation. If they go in January and go bring in a Zubramendi, who has now said, I'm ready to leave Real Sociedad. If he comes in, this is a...
Did he say that? Did he say that? Did he say that before over the summer?
He's leaving. No. He said he's leaving. He said he's leaving.
Let me know about that. Let me know where
so if
I said I was leaving my high school girlfriend too. I didn't end up leaving her for about 3 years. So
if Man City go bring in a Zubramendi, they already have a killer who could actually score goals.
Who do you have?
Unlike Arsenal, Arsenal don't have a killer who could score goals.
Tony, who do you have winning the league currently right now? Arsenal.
No, I said I still need clarity on that after December.
Okay, first.
I told you I still need clarity on that.
Continue to run up the likes, hit the subscribe button as well. Make sure you subscribe to Tony Claude Dinner TV, subscribe to TJ Warren TV. Both links are underneath in the description, people. Let's run up the likes, man. Let's get us up to 30 likes. Hit that like button as well. Hit the subscribe button here on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. And Tony will stay with you. Everton, 0-0 at home. You said you were going 7 and 8, and this was going to start off the run. Drop points already. What's on that game?
Yeah, see, man.
I'll be right back.
Flawless, TJ. This thing's happened, man. This thing's happened. Underwhelming performance. The manager again.
Talk about it.
Benching Thomas Partey, absolutely your best midfielder. Putting him on the bench. I mean, bro, man. it's from one mistake to the other with this manager. Throw that all away. You're looking for a goal, yeah, and then you hack off Martin Odegaard
Way to
and
go,
bring
man.
in Waneri, who isn't really a creative spark. He's not a creative spark. He's more of an attacking minded player. He has direct runs at players, which is very, very, it creates panic, with the opposition players. Yeah, but he's not a creative spark. So you hacked off your creative spark, put in a player who would just do more of the running with the ball, a direct kind of player, but with no creative outlet. So I mean, in that game, I saw Bukayo Saka screaming for help. I mean, Bukayo Saka was on that right hand side taking the ball. Mikolenko was there with him. The Korea was there with him. Onana was there with up to 6 players on Bukayo Saka. And Bukayo Saka is out here, yeah, trying to get the ball in, looking for space. No one is even getting into space to even get the ball. Bro, man, Mikel Arteta is a clueless manager. That's why he needs to leave the football club. And again, a bigger testament is to how we started the game today. I mean, Thomas Partey starting in centre back position. I mean, that's a slap on Arsenal's on this fan base faces. But again, the biggest thing, even before we even talk about this Everton or this game at all, flawless, this manager coming out in
Talk
a
about it.
press conference, and actually saying that Community Shield is actually part of his trophy haul. I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
that's the most shame. I mean, we've had some couple of Ayo moments here on this channel on
Yeah.
Sarcasm TV. We've
You,
had
yeah,
some shameless moments.
yeah,
With me, yeah, even
yeah.
months I've had these shameless moments,
Yes, absolutely.
giving and handing the title down to Liverpool in the month
Yes,
of December. I mean, anyone can get it. TJ has gotten his own shameful days, around here.
facts.
TJ, you
Facts.
don't have the
TJ,
answers. I
no,
mean, come
yeah, you
on,
don't
bro.
have the answers. Yeah, I know
Guys,
that
you
TJ.
guys don't tell me
The
that
whole,
one didn't
by the way,
stick,
the
yeah?
whole
Now,
TJ didn't
TJ,
have.
you don't
By the
have
way,
the
TJ, you
answers.
don't have the answers. Was you having egg on your face for not knowing Paulina's injury record? Don't try to turn this around on me. I remember that because I watched that clip over and over and over again and cried laughing the first 5-10 times I watched it. So don't try to
TJ,
do this. Don't try to do this, Tony. I've had embarrassing moments on this show. Bad gaffes. I've had bad gaffes on this show, but not like
let,
that.
see, TJ, let's don't act as if this manager, knows what he's doing. He has no clue. I mean, putting Thomas Partey, arguably our best midfielder, in right back today, centre back position, keeping him on the bench in that Everton game, removing our creative spark and throwing it. I mean, he lost the goddamn game. He lost it. The manager's lost the plot. And see, if there's any Arsenal fan that is here and think that this manager is the one to lead us to a title, I mean, we're deluded in some cases. The only reason why I'm saying that the stars align is that is Arsenal. Would anyone attach Arsenal to a top two side in this league? Many people would
Yeah,
say yes.
I did
Would
initially. Yeah,
anyone attach Arsenal to a top four side in this
of
league?
course.
Yeah, with the crap we have, I mean, with the whole lot we have in this league, certainly you should put Arsenal in that conversation as
Absolutely.
a
You're top
top
four.
two,
You're on
top
top
three
four side.
side, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Top four side,
Exactly.
yeah, good. So if you're putting Arsenal in that top four side, it means that the players, regardless of the manager, it means that the players can at least get us somewhere, can challenge for the title. And when you challenge for the title, you can have the chance because Liverpool even don't even want to stay in that position right now. They're losing points left, right, and center. In fact, in the next 2 weeks, Liverpool could be bundled off that position, and Chelsea could assume it. So I could assume it if you think that Arsenal is a top two side, that we can also have our share of that chances, regardless of whether the manager is clueless or not. So I don't need to attach any importance of this manager to what Arsenal can do this season. Look at what he did with the Carabao Cup just today, putting Thomas Partey at centre back, and in less than 3 minutes, we go out there and I mean, Crystal Palace is scoring a goal against us. He's a shameless manager, but it doesn't mean that him being a shameless manager, it doesn't mean that the players can't bail us out on their own, and they bailed us out today. So even without the manager, mistakes upon mistakes, Arsenal can still do something. And I'm attaching that importance even without the manager. So
Yes.
we can as well go get a better gaffer who will come into this team and make
No,
us a
you need a better
Champions League
gaffer.
winning side. And we can get in, a striker. One of the and guys in the charts and TJ, for the past weeks, this is why I'm clearly opinionated in my response to certain things. People have been talking about Tierney. TJ have talked about Tierney. Tierney came today, is injured. Yeah, today also. Would you say that this manager has been saving him from being a self-destructive left back in this football club? Because
No.
since he hasn't put him in there, and now he put him in there now, and he's gotten
Well,
injured,
Pop said this.
like
He
what
says,
does that say? Clearly, if this manager is saying that guy, we shouldn't be putting him in games, don't you think after today that
"What
you
do you
would
think of
say he
this?"
shouldn't be in games, really? TJ.
Warrior J, I did as well. Yeah, Warrior J, I got you. I did.
He went
100%.
on record. He went on record today saying that he was leaving the club. And Arsenal are not going to re-renew his contract. So, and people are in my opinion, people are getting the Kieran Tierney thing wrong. I think Kieran Tierney played today because there were no other depth options, no other serious depth options. And I've gone on every single podcast you can think of, just like Mo, Flawless, Husam, and what have I said over and over and over again, that you'll never see Kieran Tierney play another game for Arsenal again. So when I saw him go on today, it was probably the last hurrah. And you kind of saw that, like he was going on. He was never going to play any more than 60 minutes. It was his first game in England since January of 2023.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really expecting him to fit
TJ,
into
that argument won't fly.
club.
We've always said that this guy is fit.
It does
Why is
fly.
Mikel Arteta playing him?
Guys,
No,
forget all that.
TJ, we're not having that. We're not doing that. We've always been
What
complaining
am
that
I
this guy
even
is
doing
fit
other
and is
than
ready
just
to play.
saying what the facts are?
Let's don't do that. Call a spade a spade.
These are literally facts that I am talking about. These are literally things that happen.
He has been in training. He has been there. He has been open for selection. Let's don't do that, man. Let's
I
don't
haven't
do
even
that.
given
Let's
an
don't do
opinion
that.
yet. Like, let me give my opinion and then you can say it's BS, okay? Like, so Kieran Tierney goes on there, he plays 60 minutes and he comes off. I don't think, this is an opinion, there was ever a point where he was going to fit into this squad. From here, I will be very, very confident in saying, especially because we don't have any rollover games anymore. At least not ones we can see. We have to go up against Man United. Unfortunately, they're not a rollover team. Okay, if Ten Hag was still there, we might be able to say something different. But we go up against Man United in the FA Cup. It's not like we're going up against Oxford United. Okay, so we're going to have to go out there. We're going to have to bring ballers. Kieran Tierney will not be in that lineup, period, end of story. We don't have any other rollover type teams that we play, even in the Champions League. The Champions League road gets really, really hard now, too. Kieran Tierney is done. He's gone. It's over. So I'm not going to judge him too harshly on how he played today. I thought he was okay. I didn't think he was great. He looked like a guy, believe it or not, who hadn't played.
Months. Yeah. No surprise. If you haven't played in months, it makes sense.
Oh, January 2023. I know it doesn't seem like that long ago. Next month, that's 2 years.
Was he on loan last season?
Yeah, no.
Yes, he was on loan at Sociedad.
Yeah, it was on
loan.
loan.
It was the first team. This is the first time he has been on a pitch in England playing a competitive match since January 2023.
But again, he played quite well today. No one is taking away that from him. He played quite well.
No.
He threw some certain crosses today. So let's don't act as if maybe he didn't put up a good display. He put up a good display.
He was okay.
Fitness-wise, that's the problem. That's the problem. So when this manager,
how can you expect him coming off of a huge injury like that to come out there and play 90 minutes? You go out there and you blow out your knee or your ankle and you're expected to go out there and run for 90 minutes. I can barely go out. I can barely run for 5 minutes, period, full health. You expect him to go out there and run for 60 minutes after big surgeries? Like, I'm sorry, like that, it just doesn't make sense. Like the amount of expectation on him. And look, there were still some problems on that left side with him there too. He was playing like he hadn't played with the team in 2 years because he hadn't. Him and Trossard were bickering with each other because guess what? They've never played together before.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. But again, his gameplay is a different thing. I'm talking of him fitness wise. Fitness wise, he played today and he capsized in the middle of the pitch. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. So,
I think he was coming off regardless, Tony.
So now, do you think the manager has been right not playing him? Maybe he has seen it that this player will self-destruct with injuries, fitness-wise, if he plays him in competitive games this season. So, is this an eye-opener into what the manager has been hiding from the Arsenal fans? That if
He's been
we play
hiding anything.
Tierney, no, it has been proven. It's a proven fact that Tierney can't stay fit in this football club. It's
A lot of people can't
there's a
stay
clear
fit in this
path to
football
that.
club, Tony.
That's true.
We've seen that he doesn't stay
Tony,
fit. So
Tony, Martin
TJ, and
Odegaard,
today
Thomas
again we
Partey,
decided to test him and have a
Calafiori,
go with him today, and he
Zinchenko.
hasn't stayed fit.
Do I need to go
TJ,
on?
let's call a spade a spade. His time at the football club is done, is dusted, it's over. We need to sell him and get him off the wage bill. And
Tony,
yeah,
because it says here, let me read this out. Tierney to leave Arsenal in the summer at the latest after club decided against using option to extend contract. Arsenal deal ends June and date to add 1 year gone. 27-year-old can pre-agree with a non-English club or possibly go permanently in January at the Athletic. Enough for Kieran Tierney. Tony, Arsenal 0, Everton 0. What's on the game?
Yeah, no, we won that. So
go there. Yes.
see, man. See, I mean, when you're playing against a Sean Dutch team, what do you expect? I mean, you expect those kind of theatrics. You come down to the Emirates where teams are put to the sword, and you just have to go with your strength and the strength of Everton that they think that they would display was to just go defensive mode. And I mean, you have to, you just have to herald their defensive display at the day. And of course, Mikel Arteta just rubbishing, our team. I mean, Thomas Partey on the bench, removing your creative spark. You're looking for a goal, removing an Odegaard, putting Nwaneri down there. I mean, it doesn't make sense. What happens to leaving Nwaneri there, since you have a more direct player who could run at players, and keeping your creative spark down there, create chances, open up play, allow Nwaneri have those open, clear-cut chances in those pocket spaces to roll around with the ball, take away the pressure away from Bukayo Saka, who was rolling down that right with lots of pressure. I mean, there was a time when there was about 6 players man-handling and man-marking Bukayo Saka. No space. No one is getting to space. No one taking the initiative of getting to space and releasing him just to have a breather, even for a minute. I mean, see, our manager is tinkering with our tactics. He doesn't know what's good for this team. He clearly doesn't know how to handle this team. He doesn't know their skill sets. He doesn't know how to set up the team. And I'm sorry, it's harming my team. That Everton game should have ended in at least a goal, 2 goals. But this manager has completely fluffed his lines. So yeah, man, flawless. You want me to take the 4? I'll take the 4. Yeah, but again, you can't deny that. I mean, you can't deny that Everton is a beatable side. I mean, Arsenal had the ball possession. We had most of the chances. I mean, most of the clear-cut chances in that game. We had the possession. We dealt with the ball, most of the time. Of course, it's just that end product. And of course, our strikers aren't working. Jesus has down tools in this football club, regardless of his hat trick today, which was a good hat trick. We'll talk all about that later on. But I mean, he is down tools in the Premier League. He's completely down tools in the Premier League. We can't even make use of him
in the Premier League to get us goals.
I mean, bro, we've used him this season, and with the time he's come on, he's done nothing. Bro, throw away whether he has started or not. When you are asked to come in from the bench, you're meant to give your best, and he hasn't showed us anything from the bench to go by. Kai Havertz has been the one scoring goals this season. That's why Kai Havertz has a lot more goal hold than him.
Who are you talking about? What player? Who's not doing enough?
Jesus.
Oh,
Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus. And TJ is saying he's doing enough. Guys in the chat, I mean, you guys can chime into this. I
didn't say he was doing enough,
Tony. TJ, don't be shameless, man. That's what you did. That's what you did. Then
I
what
did
did you
not
do?
say that.
Oh,
Tony, I don't know if things come out in a different language in your speakers in Finland, but that is not what I said. What
what
I
did you
said
say?
was is he does not get the chances in the Premier League that Kai Havertz does. And I will
What?
I will guarantee you freaking Kurt Angle. Okay? Shout out Kurt Angle.
TJ,
I
hasn't
guarantee
Jesus
you
played
Kai
in
Havertz
games?
does not
Hasn't Jesus
finish
played in
like
games? Jesus has
Jesus
started a
did
couple
today.
of games this season.
What?
At the start of the season, he started a couple of games. Check it. He started a couple
So
of
what?
games this season,
When is he?
and
When was
and
the
he
last time he started?
and he didn't score goals.
When was the last
TJ,
time he
what are
started?
we talking about?
When
I
was the
mean,
last time he
TJ,
started?
guys, TJ is on the
When was the
bandwagon
last
for
time he started?
Jesus. I mean, see, TJ, I
Okay, I'll look
understand
it
that
up.
he has
I'll look
scored
it up.
3 goals
I'll
already.
look it up.
He scored a hat trick today. I mean, yeah, but it doesn't mean you should put him as a desirable. I mean, in that team, many of us
No, he did
actually
start. He did start
omit Gabriel
recently, and he
Jesus from the
cooked too.
conversation as a
You know,
striker in this team. We don't
this is
even
why
put
I
him in the
love. This is why I
conversation
love this
because he
show.
hasn't even given us a lot
I love this show
in
so
this
much.
team.
Oh, it's the best. I
No,
know.
no, no, TJ.
Best show in the world.
Let's argue this
I
holistically.
am arguing it because I'm looking up factual information and not just exaggerating my points. Hold on.
No, what is exaggeration when I'm talking about Gabriel Jesus not giving us goals this season? He has been underwhelming this season. In the
Okay.
chart, if you're an Arsenal fan, has Jesus
Mm.
been the shining light, rainbow guy, getting the whole goals? Guys, talk about it.
Yeah, how many times?
Tell us in the
Here's
charts.
here's
This
some
Jesus
facts
guy is the
because I'm
guy
going to give you
TJ is
facts.
making it to be on
Can
the
I give
show?
you facts? Because Tony, you're saying, oh yeah, he started a couple of games at the beginning of the season. He started 2 games all year.
But you said he hasn't started any game, TJ. But TJ,
He started against the
we
last
can
game he
all be
started.
shameless, but don't
The
be this
last game he
shameless.
started against Tony. Are you going to let me tell you the facts that I'm reading,
Let's say the facts
or are
now.
you going to keep waffling? Because listen to what I'm going to say. He started 2 games. The last one he started, because I was asking you the last time he started against Nottingham Forest and he cooked 2 assists. He's good enough. He's good enough. He doesn't get the chance though because everybody is so into Kai Havertz. And I guarantee you that Kai Havertz does not finish like Jesus did today. There's 0 chance that happens.
So
All I'm
Gabriel
saying
Jesus
is that
scores
you
a
need to
hat
give him
trick
a fair
today.
shot.
So he's the better striker because he scored a hat trick today.
Do I think no? That's not at all what I
Then
said.
TJ,
I
what's
actually
your
said
point
before you
then?
came on. I
Then
actually
what
said before
TJ?
you came on. Before you
TJ,
came
wait.
on, I said I
Who is
don't
the
expect him
TJ?
to be that consistent. He's never
TJ?
been consistent.
TJ, this is simple. Who is the best striker at Arsenal right now? Kai Havertz or Gabriel Jesus?
I can't
It's
believe they're the
simple.
2 options. That's crazy.
Yeah,
But no,
can you believe it is 2024 and those are my strikers?
those 2 options?
That's what I'm saying. TJ, that's what guys in the
I
chat.
really
That's
have to
what I'm
answer
talking
this question.
about.
You know what? If you want me to answer this question, it's fine. Statistically, Kai Havertz has been better. But Tony, you have to consider how many chances and what situations Gabriel Jesus is being put in. Am I saying Gabriel Jesus would have done any better in those situations? No, I can't say that. Because hindsight is 2020, and I don't have the power to go back in time and whisper in Michelito's ear. Sorry, I'm freaking out right now. And say, hey, start Gabriel Jesus. I can't do that. Hindsight is 2020. The games that he has started in the Premier League, he has done well. That is what I am saying. And he started today, and it took him a while. Don't get me wrong, but I do attribute that to the players that were behind him. It's kind of weird how players start playing well when Martin Odegaard is there. It's kind of odd. It's kind of odd how our number 9 start cooking and start getting chances when Martin Odegaard is there. It's actually crazy. Big up Rizzy. No, I'm just you know, Tony, all I'm saying is open up your mind and stop and get off of this King Kai crap. Because honestly, like the
He's
fact that we have
arguably the
to
best
talk
striker
about
we have in this football club. He's the best among the
arguably,
bunch.
who are our strikers?
He's the best. He's the
Who
best
are our
among the
strikers?
bunch.
Who are
TJ,
our
what are we
strikers?
talking about?
Who are
He's
our
the
strikers?
best among the bunch.
Tony,
Who's
who
your
are
highest
our
goal scorer this
strikers?
season?
Tony,
Who's your highest goal scorer this season
Tony.
apart from Saka? It's Kai Havertz. He's the
Tony.
best among the
Is it not
bunch.
Gabriel? Oh no, it's Kai Havertz.
Barely.
Yeah, barely. Yeah, it's barely. Yeah. Your two centre backs have the same amount of goals as him. I hear that. But before we continue, I know you lot are entertained. Hit that like button. Girls up to 40 likes. Hit that like button. Girls up to 40 likes.
Get
TJ,
us up to 40 likes, guys.
your thoughts on the draw at home to Everton, because beating Everton at home ain't for everybody. I had a certain person on the panel tell me the goals against Everton don't count as much. You know what I'm saying? And I bet he wished he had one on that weekend. But here we are. But go on, as you were, TJ, as you were.
You know what I would have loved to have one of those goals.
Sheik. Oh, Sheik, don't do this, man.
It's true.
Sheik, you look bad. Sheik, you look bad.
Sheik
Sheik, you look bad when you say things like that, man. Yeah, man. Well, shit. But how about your Sheik TV? How about your strikers? I mean, don't throw stones. I mean, see, guys, yeah. Don't throw stones when you live in a glass house.
You were rating.
I mean, Sheik TV.
Hey, Tony, you referee in Finland, yeah? Hey, whoever's the top striker in your league, hey, get him to United. You know what I'm saying? He's probably better than what we have. Get him to United, man.
I mean, Sheik is throwing stones at that Sheik TV. I mean, don't throw stones. I mean, Sheik TV, I know you listen to rap music, yeah? I mean, you were there when 50 Cent said it, yeah? Don't throw stones. Yeah, don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. Yeah, don't, man. Watch your mouth. I'll break your face. See, guys. Yeah, I mean, let's don't do this, man. Sheik TV. No one is gonna break your face. I mean, we're not gonna go violent on this, yeah. But Sheik TV, man. When you're talking, bro, watch that mouth when you talk, man, because your team, man. I mean, your striker department stinks. I mean, it stinks. I mean, it's putrid. I mean, it's rotten. And it's putrid. Something needs to happen. I mean, you're thinking of shipping your striker down to Arsenal. Sheik TV, watch your mouth.
4 past Everton, who we couldn't.
Put one past. You know what? If you need help against Everton, we got a striker who scored a brace against him, man. Yours, best price, 20 million, man. Your price, 20 million. He's yours.
No thanks. No thanks.
TJ, I said about that as well. He was like, "No,
TJ, no. It's good you brought up that question, Flawless. TJ, and hear me out. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not hearing this.
Hear me out.
No, absolutely not.
TJ,
you're messing around. You gotta be
kidding. Hear me out,
right?
TJ, right? I'm not TJ. I'm not doing this for the fans, yeah, because the people here will still hate on us anyway. They don't like us. We're Arsenal fans. These people here, Bajan, we hate us. He doesn't like us anyway. Latimus. Latimus doesn't like us. I mean, that's an established fact. Sheik TV hates our guts. I mean, come on, man. These guys don't like us. So let's talk like brothers here, because we have a biased crowd here, so they don't like us, but let's throw that all away. TJ, I'm just saying, we have a shitty player down there in Martinelli who is giving us nothing right now down that left-hand side.
You're seriously going to pitch this to me right now?
No, TJ, see. TJ, just calm down. TJ, just calm down and look at it the way I'm looking at it, man. Just look at it this way. TJ, see.
Wusa.
We have a shocking player down that left-hand side. Trossard today, a stinker. So down that left-hand side, we have nothing. No. We have nothing going on for us around that left-hand side. TJ, I'm just saying. We don't spend money. No, TJ, no. Let's have a heart-to-heart talk.
Okay. Let's have a heart-to-heart. Heart-to-heart.
TJ, see. We don't spend in January. You know this. TJ, you know this. We don't spend in January.
I know.
We don't get anyone in January. Yeah. So that's a fact. TJ, I'm just saying. Is there a possibility, rather than having no one down there to help us in this title running, TJ, can we just have Rashford on loan January, while we also go bring in a Vlahovic in January in a swap deal with Gabriel Jesus, and at least see whether we could get a tune out of these players. And if he doesn't do anything, we can just ship him back to Manchester United. Just get him on loan. Just pay.
I can always tell.
And he can play down the left, because we have to. Oh crap! No, you and me agree that we have to throw crap down there in the left.
You
None
do.
of those players are desirable. Yeah, to some extent, I would say Marcus Rashford. I would desire him
I would rather
in that
keep
left hand
Martinelli.
side.
I would rather keep Martinelli.
MBE Marcus Rashford, man. I'm telling you. I hear you, man. I hear you, Tony.
Bro, Martinelli for more stinkers.
I'd rather keep Martinelli. Better the devil I know than the devil I don't. Does that make sense? You ever heard that?
So, Tony, you're with the Rashford. So, just to clarify, yeah, Tony, you're with the Rashford deal on loan from January.
That's crazy.
You saying option to buy, obligation to buy? What are you saying? Talk to us.
No. See, and Flores, that's situational because I was just saying that Arsenal, we don't spend. TJ knows this. We don't spend in January. We don't. And even the football. I mean, what I've heard, yeah. I mean, there was a meeting with Josh Kronk, and I heard that they're saying that they are not gonna spend any penny this January. No single penny.
So why would we spend money
be spent
trying to get
unless there's an injury to any of those players? That's what they said, and definitely they will shoot these players with morphine to get them, up and running. We know our football club, and there'll be no injuries. And then in January, that January transfer market will go, and we won't bring anyone in. So TJ, that's what I'm saying. Let's have a heart-to-heart talk. TJ, our football club is not going to spend. And definitely, I don't want to see trophies being thrown away. Do you think, rather than not having anyone here, do you think, since our left-hand side is full of shitty options, do you think Rashford can come and help us in that left-hand side? At least give us something down there. Give us a threat down there. He would want to prove this Mancunians who are in the charts. He would want to shit on their faces. He would want to speak on someone like Chick
shit
TV.
on their faces?
Of course, he wants to speak on Chick TV's face. I mean, he would love to do that. He would want to spit on his face.
I mean, bro, I'm serious. I was like, what?
Bro, anything, man. Bro, anything, bro. I don't care.
Oh my
It's a Mancunian. He would want to do that to all these Man United fans who are down there. So, in other words, TJ, would you desire Rashford to come and help us out? SOS, because we're not buying anyone. On loan, not buying him for 40 million. I mean, on loan to Arsenal, January. Help us in the title running, get some goals for us, and see if we can win some titles. TJ.
Hey man, it's freedom of speech, man. Yeah, I hold it. What do you want me to do? We know what Tony's like. But as we were saying, Tony, so loan deal, are you saying option to buy or obligation? What's your transfer fee you think is fair? Let's say option or obligation, either or.
If there's an option, then let's look at maybe
What would you price him?
I'll be very careful with that. I'm tired of getting shitty. No, TJ, you understand the situation I'm talking about. TJ, we're not going to get anyone in January. That's what I'm saying. So rather we don't get anyone in January, let's go get maybe Rashford, who would still come on loan. At least let's have something different.
Hey,
the price. What's the price you think is fair? You're negotiating the deal. What's the price you think is fair?
It depends. If we get him on loan, he banks a couple of goals in, maybe like 12 goals from now to the end of the season. Help us win the Carabao Cup. Keeps us in that title hunt with the Premier League. Helps us in the Champions League. That's what I'm saying. It's situational. It depends on what he dishes out to us. If we see that he can find his form. If we see that he can find his form, bro, and he gets us maybe 12, 15 goals from January to the end of the game, to the end of the season, I don't mind us paying 35 for him. I don't mind us getting that. I don't mind us paying 35 for him to play on the left while we go and get another striker. While we go and get a striker in the summer, maybe a Victor Gyökeres or Osimhen.
He's like the IC3 Steve, man. You know what he means. You know what I'm saying?
So, can I answer the question?
Of course.
Why would we spend more money on bringing in washed Premier League wingers?
Because you can save him. That's why.
Like we saved Kai Havertz. Like we're saving. Like we're saving Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, like you're attempting still. That's still
Raheem Sterling, who far and away was the worst player on the pitch today against 15th place Crystal Palace. Tony, come on, man. Let's not do this, as you say. Now, what Rashford does do, and watch how I bring this around, Flawless.
Go on.
Rashford scores on Everton Football Club like Arsenal couldn't score on Everton Football Club this past weekend. And I 100% blame Arteta for that loss. The players have to hold some smoke too. They were fucking awful. There was a reason why Arteta pulled them off in the middle and pulled our Odegaard off in the middle of the game. He wasn't doing anything. He was having one of those stinkers that you're talking about. You're allowed to have a stinker. He had a big one against Everton. I don't think like the 90 minutes that we played against Everton and the first 45 we played against Crystal Palace today were anti-football. I don't even call it terrorist football because I think that's an insult to terrorists. Okay? What I am saying is that we go into spells where this manager is tinkering and tweaking the squad in games where we need to win, and we see our rivals dropping points left and right. As you say, Liverpool, they're not dropping points left and right. They did drop a point this weekend, or 2 points this weekend. I was happy to see it. Man City have completely fallen off. Chelsea, they look like they will lose points, but they aren't falling off. We have to keep pace. And when we need to keep pace, what does he do? He mails in a 0-0 against Sean Dyche, a Sean Dyche team, which honestly didn't even look that bothered. Sean Dyche's team did not look uncomfortable in the entire 90 plus minutes. And that is why we will not win the title. That is why we are going to struggle to win the Carabao Cup and struggle to win the FA Cup and struggle in the later rounds of the Champions League, is because when the gauntlet is thrown down and we are in hell, we are at home to Everton and it's the 80th minute and we can't get the goal because we don't have the personnel or the tactics.
Marcus Rashford, man, is the answer right there.
Okay, no, Flawless. No, please don't.
No one has said is the answer. I'm just saying it was a situation. That was situational. I'm saying that we might not buy in January.
This is the answer. This is the answer. In case you didn't know, this is the answer. He needs to go. It's over. We are going to continue to mail in these mediocre results and not deliver when it really counts.
I agree.
Until he is gone. It doesn't matter who is on the pitch. Eventually, it will matter when Saliba goes to Real Madrid, Saka goes to Atletico or Barcelona or somewhere in Serie A because he actually wants to win something. Same with Gabriel. Like, what are we doing here? I feel like I'm the only Arsenal fan that is not in crazy land because eventually these kids are going to want to win something.
That's true. Yeah.
Because
it's been a long time.
The rumors of Saliba leaving after we drew to Everton just went up a whole nother notch.
Yeah.
And we lose Saliba, we are out. We are now stuck with Kiwior, which you saw how well he played today. Holy shit. Brutal defending. That was awful.
That's an awful mistake.
I mean, you are put in a position to where you are supposed to prove that, yeah, I am that utility guy. I am that center back. I can play left back. I can play center back. I'm your guy to cover when you need to give Saliba. Yanked at fault for the goal, yanked at 45 minutes. That guy is awful.
But again, are we going to totally throw away the fact that Mikel Arteta pitched Thomas Partey together on with Kiwior? Have we thought of that? Have we thought of how that affected him as a player today?
Who affected Kiwior?
Bro, man. Thomas Partey was a centre back today.
Thomas Partey was not defending Mateta.
That's not on Partey.
No. I said he partnered. He put him side by side with Kiwior. So have you thought of if that didn't affect it?
We shouldn't make that mistake. That's a woeful mistake. It could be one of us three playing next to him.
I couldn't believe that. You are a Premier League center back. We paid, how much did we pay for him? 34 million?
Paid about 35 million
35 for that.
for him, man.
And I was
He
talking
came
about
in
this on my show
expensive.
with your boy Dal earlier today, Tony.
Couple of add-ons too.
I think that the La Cosa Nostra in Italy has blackmail on Mikel Arteta, because why do we keep bringing in these bum players from Italian league at extortionate prices? We got Calafiori, who we brought in for what, 50 mil? And then we bring in and before that we brought in Polish Mavropanos. Like, what are we doing here? Polish Socrates. Sorry, now I'm overpromised. Polish Socrates.
I just, rather than Kivior being much of a bad player, I don't really think that's the case. I just think that these players are not coached properly.
I don't think he's good enough.
That's my
coaching
take on
can
it.
only get you so
Because
far. Well, the mistake that he made today is not on Arteta.
Guy play in another team, he will be completely transformed. He'll be like a universal soldier.
Completely disagree with that.
I'm serious.
I think he would be really, really good at Cardiff City. I think he would be very good at.
We saw Granit Xhaka play in this football club, and in his last season was TJ.
Cheltenham Town, I think would be good for him.
TJ. We saw Granit Xhaka dish out stinkers for years. He had a good performance in his last year, and then he went to Germany and instantly became.
Can you name anybody other than?
Wait, we'll get there.
Because I hear this over and over and over again.
TJ, we'll get there. And he went to Germany and he became a German invincible. And he's still playing quite well till today. I mean, that's eye-popping, isn't it? Good. That's one. Throw that all away. We have Emile Smith-Rowe. Wasn't given an opportunity. At times he played. He looked drab. Maybe wasn't coached properly. Wasn't positioned properly in this team. And then he goes to Fulham. Bro, that's our London neighbors. Yeah? Goes to Fulham and completely transforms the way he plays. Is now the current talisman of that football club.
I don't think he's transformed the way he plays. I just think he's actually getting chances.
Bro, it's not about chances.
It is. It is about
Emile Smith-Rowe plays more better.
Chances.
He plays more better. He's more confident.
Do I think that he's better under? He's confident under Marco Silva because Marco Silva has a lack of better options.
Marco Silva is a better manager. Marco Silva is a better manager.
I agree. But you
throw that all away. Okay, good. If you don't believe in that,
these players get.
If you don't believe that, throw that all away. Why is Iwobi looking good at Fulham? Why is he looking okay at Fulham?
When did Iwobi leave Arsenal?
Bro, Iwobi is looking better than he played under any. Bro. See, I don't care whenever he left. But he left Arsenal. He left Arsenal.
He wasn't here under Arteta.
Even Gnabry. See, guys, we've seen players who haven't been trained properly at Arsenal Football Club go to other football clubs and look good under a different manager. So, see, the truth is, I've already given you two examples. I gave you two out of the examples. So I'm just trying to say. So see, man. Then what will you say about Emile Smith-Rowe? What will you say about Granit Xhaka? That have gone on to other teams and look good, and they've played under this manager.
Maybe Smith-Rowe is just a Fulham level player. Maybe
Bellerin went to another club in Spain and won a title down there. Bro, see, man, let's not go into this. The ABCs here is that Mikel Arteta is a bad coach. He doesn't know how to train these guys. He doesn't know. See, he doesn't know. See, this manager doesn't know the skill set of these players.
TJ saying more as much. So you're both in agreement. The manager's not good enough, and the manager's
yes.
Good. Whereas
it's
TJ, you're saying the players are good, but not to the level that Tony's saying. Because Tony, every time there's criticism of players, you point back to the manager, which is fair to an extent. But TJ saying the players still aren't good enough and need to do more. So I hear both sides. You lot continue to run up the likes, though. I know you lot are entertained. Make sure you subscribe to TJ Warren TV. Make sure you subscribe to Tony Claude Gunner TV as well. And speaking of that, so we've established Rashford. Tony, I need a price from you, man. What you saying? Let's say you go get him on loan in January, and there has to be there's a price put on it.
This is so crazy.
Either or. What's the price you're saying? Talk to us. What's the price? What's the price?
No, typically, no. See, guys, don't misconstrue what I've said. The only reason I've touched this Rashford stuff is not the striker I want. I want someone like a Victor Gyökeres. That's the kind of striker I want. And this manager in fact, see, I don't want this manager spending any more money on this football club because I don't trust him in doing the right thing. Because he came out in his interview and he said,
alone in January, Tony.
This is what I'm saying. He has come out to say that Victor Gyökeres isn't a natural finisher. So I don't trust this manager. I don't trust him in making any rightful decision in any striker coming in. But do I want to win titles as an Arsenal fan? The answer is yes. Do I want to win cup games? Yes. Do I want to be in the hunt for the trophies even if I know we have a bad manager? The answer is yes. Do I want the stars to align? The answer is yes. I do want the stars to align even if things aren't working fine. Yes, I do want the title. But the thing there is that we know this manager isn't going to... See, TJ, that's what I was telling you. We're Arsenal fans for far too long. We've seen the stories. I mean, the times me and you have met in this YouTube space, over that course, we know what has happened in the January transfer window. They don't spend in the January transfer window. TJ, what do we have to lose when we're not going to buy anyone to go bring in Rashford on loan? On loan, just pay his salary. Bring him in on loan since we're not having anyone at all. You know this. Arsenal's not buying anyone. And if we can bring in Rashford, at least let's win the Carabao Cup. How about that? And have a title. I don't know about any other Arsenal fan, but me as an Arsenal fan, I'm starving for a title. So
me too, Tony. Me too.
Exactly. So rather than not buying anyone in the general transfer window, I mean, I could just give Rashford a chance on loan to come and help us in that left-hand side anyway. Because what we have in that left-hand side is complete bull crap. We have Martinelli, who wasn't even used in the game today. Is completely, utterly useless. I mean, look at Trossard dishing out stinkers again. He's drab. We need at least something new in that left-hand side, TJ. That's what I'm proposing. Yes, we need a striker. I want Gyökeres. He's not going to come in January. We can go and get a Vlahovic. I don't think this manager would do that in January transfer window. Why, rather than us just throwing the title away, throwing the Carabao Cup away, throwing the Champions League, in which we're in a good position in the Champions League right now. So what do we have to lose to go get the Rashford to come and help out?
What, Mike? Can I ask you? What
when
do we have?
When what we have is complete bullcrap, and we're not going to buy in January.
Rashford might perform there. New environment in London. Link it up with Bakayo. Just saying.
That's what I'm saying. Let's talk like Arsenal fans.
Rashford has one more Premier League goal than Gabriel
crowd is saying. Let's talk as Arsenal fans. We know our club is not going to buy anyone in January.
Tony,
TJ, you know this. We've been through this time and time again.
Tony. Marcus Rashford has scored one more goal than Gabriel Martinelli has.
TJ, that is at Manchester United. At Arsenal, it might be different for 6 months.
Would you take Gabriel Martinelli on your left wing?
Nah, because we play 10s now, and he's not a 10.
Oh, okay.
He's not a 10.
That's convenient. I know that.
You're not. Stop waffling in the charts, man. Stop waffling in the charts. No one has said that Rashford is not trash. He's trash. Hear us. Just listen to people rather than just putting nonsense on the charts down there. We've said it here that Rashford is useless. I know it's useless. But again, don't we have useless players like Martinelli? Don't we have useless players like Martinelli? Don't we have useless players like Trossard stinking up the place? They can't get goals. So, I mean, rather than not having anyone, we can go and get Rashford who can at least maybe just have that new club bounce. Can just have that new club bounce and help us out. Because we know your club is not going to buy anyone. So why waffling in the charts and telling me I'm waffling? You are the one waffling, man.
If we got him on free. You know, the only
what
way
are you talking about?
If we got him on a free, and
we're not going to buy anyone. What are you talking about? If you don't want any title, I want the title. What is wrong with going and getting someone in January? What is wrong in going to get someone in January? We know that this manager or the board is not going to go get Victor Gutierrez. You know that. When the semi-final of a cup game, finally, we have something to look up to. Then why would you want us, to go with Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus? You know these guys aren't going to score in the big one. Yeah, Gabriel Jesus got a goal, got 3 goals today. You know when the big one comes, he's not going to score. Then what are you waffling about that you don't need anyone new to come in? What are you talking about? I mean, Arsenal fans, man, it's hard to talk to these guys. God, Jesus Christ. I mean, we're the most wicked fan base, man. I mean,
I agree with you that our fan base is the worst. I agree with you on that.
Jesus Christ, man. We can't even reason like brothers. We can't reason like normal thinking beings. We don't think. We have a chance of winning something now. We've seen it. You're not. Mostly this guy, you're not. He has seen it. He's a real one. He's seen it. He knows this manager isn't going to get any striker. You know it. He's not going to get anyone. You know it. Then why are you waffling in the charts saying Rashford is trash? We know he's trash. But let's get a more better trash than Martinelli. How about that?
One more goal than Martinelli. One more league goal. I guess maybe he could have helped against Everton because we didn't score against Everton, and he can score against Everton. There's no Marcus Rashford is not the answer, Tony. I might not have a lot of answers like you say, but Marcus Rashford is not the right answer.
Okay, then okay, TJ. Then what? Okay, good. I was just stating the obvious in a situation that we're powerless. So, TJ, what happens? What happens in January when Mikel Arteta doesn't bring anyone?
We don't do it. We finished 3rd, Tony.
Then TJ, how does that help us?
Tony.
Then TJ, how
always gonna be this way.
TJ, how does that help us? Then Tony, we'll be bantered across. We'll be bantered across all this. We'll be bantered across all this, all these streams. They're gonna laugh at us. Have you thought of what Flores is gonna do to us when we don't win any trophies this season? In a season where Man City have faulted, have you thought about how these guys will look at us? Bro, man, I mean, oh God, man.
I'm glad Saliman's here and not throwing me in jail on Staffy's channel. Big up, my guy.
2 weeks of two cheeks of the same masters. Why not?
Yeah, bro. We've talked. You know what? We've talked way too much about.
Yeah, we were trying to move on to it. So on Marcus Rashford, of course, yesterday or a couple of days now, if you're in the UK time zone, or it's currently the 19th of December. Rashford, after being dropped in the Manchester derby the day after, or it was a couple of days after, so yeah, it would have been the Tuesday. Stated, I'm paraphrasing here, but something along the lines of he's looking for a new challenge. He's accepted. He's looking for a new challenge, and actually, let me just pull up the Rashford quote.
Yeah,
pull it up, man.
And Amorim's determined.
That guy is ready to drive a dagger through Manchester United. I mean, that's what I saw with that statement. He's ready. So, I mean, Martinelli, I mean, see, TJ, we have to confirm this right now. Martinelli, I mean, it's gone. He's lost it. He can't do anything. There's no motivation. Rashford has a motivation. Trossard, there's no motivation. I don't think
it's a problem of motivation. It's not a problem of motivation. It's a problem of whether or not the player fits into the scheme. He's the kind of player, and he has the calmness on the ball that he needs. That playing this requires.
He said, "For me personally," and this is only a part of it. So Rashford said, "For me personally, I'm ready for a new challenge and the next steps. When I leave, it's going to be no hard feelings. You're not going to have any negative comments from me about Manchester United. That's me. I will always be a Red." And I said this on Man United, and I said it with Beta as well. The key things in this when he says, "I'm ready for a new challenge and the next steps when I leave." It's not if. It's a question of when. He also has been left out of the Spurs squad to play on Thursday as well in the Carabao Cup. Garnacho is back in the squad. And it's just the end of the road for Rashford, and rightfully so. So when people go over the top with Manchester United. Like, oh, how are you going to move on players? Like, bad players don't get sold every single summer. Manchester United are not the only team in the Premier League or the only team in Europe with bad players. Bad players get sold often. Will Manchester United have to take a quote-unquote loss with it? Yeah, but you came through the youth academy. There's no transfer fee. You get big wages off the books. You also get the number 10 shirt vacant as well, which could be key in bringing in whoever they decide to replace him with. And it was the right move by Amorim, dropping him from the squad. And it's a huge statement of intent. And it went right for Amorim. Not only did he drop him, we also got a win in the game as well. So it dispels the whole, people was already to tweet 80 minutes into that Manchester derby. This is why Rashford and Garnacho need to play like we haven't been horrible with them. Like they haven't been a part of an absolute terrible and shocking attack. But if we would have lost that game, it would have been, see, this is why you need to play him. No. And Rashford, out nothing against Rashford from a personal perspective, because some people don't know the difference. I don't know if it's their love for a player between criticism and abuse. Because I had people saying in my chat, oh, stop abusing Rashford. Never once have I abused Rashford. Never once have I abused any player. It's all criticism. If Rashford performs well, which he has done while I've been content creating, you know what I do? Praise Rashford. He carried our attack in Ten Hag's first season. He was the only shining light to the point where I was defending him. But he's been horrible the past 2 years and has been horrible overall in his Manchester United career. He's not good enough. He needs to be moved on. Props to Amorim. And it seems, I thought it would have been summer. But from these quotes from Rashford, and I get to the Amorim ones, it's going to be January. And wherever he goes and whatever fee we get for him is a plus. There's no negative. There's no downside to this from a Manchester United fan perspective. And it's just the start. We got many other players we need to get out, but Rashford is such a statement of intent because he's on big money, because wears the number 10 shirt, because he's been such a permanent fixture in Manchester United 11s as well. And the money he's on. It lets everybody know, hey, nobody's safe here. If Rashford's not safe here, you're not safe here. It lets everybody know nobody's place is safe, and dispels this stupid rumor as well about players having to play because it's in their contract, which I said for the longest is nonsense. And him dropping Rashford and Garnacho from the squad shows that. And I've stated this many a time, the amount of time I've had to field that question, whether it was under Oli, whether it was under Ten Hag, now under Ruben Amorim, where people said, oh, they must play. No manager with any form of decorum and any self-worth is going to manage a football club and then be told he has to play certain players. No manager, whether it's Amorim, whether it's Arteta, wherever. Yes, you have this A and B sides in terms of negotiations, but there's no way in Rashford's contract it says, oh, he has to play X amount of games. Or in Garnacho's contract. Because as we've seen, that man got dropped from the squad, not to the bench. He dropped them from the squad. That is such a big statement of intent. That man was at home. And guess what? Garnacho's now back in the squad. Garnacho might start against Spurs. Maybe he's on the bench. But what Amorim's doing is sending the message. And I like his response today as well, because he said this is not all of it. Actually, let me pull up the full quotes, but this is a part of it. A big up to Warrior J as always. Amorim on Rashford saying he
big up Warrior J.
Big up Warrior J every time. He is right. We have here a new challenge, the biggest in football. We are in a difficult situation. I hope all my players are ready. He goes on to say, if this was me, probably I would speak with the manager, which Rashford probably should have. But the reason why I'm not fussed, because I don't want Rashford here anyway. If Rashford saying what he said speeds up his exit, cool. And that goes for just a lot of them. Is there many more players to get out? Absolutely. But I think Rashford will be, if we get rid of him in January, that's such a big statement of intent. Whether it's on loan, which it probably will be because of his wages and how tough it is to move. I'm happy paying half of his wages, even 70% of his wages, if he's not here. That's a win for us.
But wait, Florence. Wait. So, with Rashford, yeah, in your team, is it the worst of the worst in your team? Like, because I'm not liking the way it's looking out here as if it's the worst of the worst, as if it was the alpha and the omega of the whole problems with Manchester United. I mean, I wouldn't solely put that on Rashford. But again, man, is it the worst of the bunch? Is it the worst of the bunch at Manchester United? No, it's not, right? So is it one of those players that you think Second worst, good.
He's second
Is
worst.
he one of those players that you think that okay, if he gets to another football club, he can get his career back on track? Do you have that at the back of your head? If
I think he could do that. Not at the highest
Rashford,
level,
right?
though. Yeah, forget about it
Okay.
at the highest level, but could he go elsewhere? Could he play in a top 5 European league in the country?
Yeah.
I mean, top 5 league in Europe? Absolutely, he could. If you're trying to challenge
Okay.
for domestic leagues and Champions Leagues, forget about it. But if you're a Europa League side or less, if you're trying to challenge for a top 4, top 6, top 8, top 10, Europa League, domestic cups, Conference League, Rashford would be cool with that. He's not that bad of a player, but for where we're trying to go to, and what adds into it as well is he's such a confidence player. Secondly, and thirdly, when he's bad, he's really bad. Like it stands out. We played
Yeah,
Victoria
it stands out. Yeah.
we were awful in the first half against Victoria Pilsen, a Czech team. You know who the worst player on the pitch was by a country mile? Marcus Rashford. Worst player on the pitch. Bear in mind, all the players was bad. Diallo wasn't the greatest. Xerxes wasn't too good. None of our attackers were balling out. We was awful in that first half in particular. How do you stand out? How do you Victoria Pilsen and you can't even put in a performance where we go, you was okay today.
I mean, the only reason why I was talking about this Rashford thing is that I know my football club. I've known these people too well. They're not going to buy anyone in the January transfer window.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, the rumors of Rashford to Arsenal are true. My insider has been telling me something at Arsenal. Has been telling me something about it. And I think it's more of a bigger reality for Rashford to come to Arsenal than any other player, to be very sincere with you. And the push is not even coming from the player himself. The push is coming from his agent.
Of course.
I heard his agent have had meetings.
They're going to make a bunch of money off of it.
Yes.
I heard his agent. I heard his agent have actually had series of discussions with the Arsenal hierarchy. Personally, that's what I can say right now, and it's becoming a reality that this player might come to Arsenal. So, I mean, I know it's trash. I know it's this. I know it's that. But we completely have trash in the left-hand side. So I'm like, I mean, rather than not get anything,
why add more trash?
The question will be why add the more better? Why not add the more better trash?
Why not go and get a
that
better?
You know
why
you
not go
can
and get a
get
better left winger
than not getting anyone? I mean, have an option, an extra option out there. That's a more visible option for you to.
Over the summer.
That's what I'm saying. So
why didn't we do that?
TJ, that's what I'm saying. Let's stop crying over spilt milk. This club isn't going to buy anyone. That's why I said, let's have a heart-to-heart talk. We know this. We're not going to spend. We didn't do the job in the summer. We didn't do it last January. Neither are we going to do it in January. It's unless we're blockhead fans, that's when we will have any hope. Unless we're so delusional. I mean, I know I'm delusional in some cases, yeah. I mean, that might be a circus act, but I know I'm delusional. But I mean, Prof, we're not as delusional to that point that we believe that Arsenal is going to go get a striker in January. I mean, bro, I hope we're on the same page on that one. We know that it's a mainstay. So, TJ, rather than us throwing away this Carabao Cup we've gotten into in an advanced position, throwing away the Champions League without bringing anyone, and a visible option we know that's easier for us to get rather than all this Victor Gyökeres or whoever who we know won't come to the football club mid-season. I mean, that Rashford thing looks a little bit okay. Let's give it a chance.
And somebody in the chat said 70% is wild. I'll take that hit if it means getting rid of him, because that's the main thing. Whoever we loan him to, get an option or an obligation to buy, preferably an obligation.
No, just a loan deal, not an obligation to buy, bro. A straight up loan deal.
Not with Arsenal. I'm just saying in general. I'm saying whoever we loan him,
just a straight up loan deal. Come and help us out. Let's see what you can do.
Tony,
if you put up 10, 15 goals, good.
Tony,
we pay up the cash.
Tony, I'm not talking about Arsenal. I'm talking in general. Whoever we loan
in general,
whether it's Arsenal, a Premier League side, whether it's a Bundesliga side, whether it's Serie A, whether it's La Liga, wherever else. What I'm saying is the importance of getting him off the books. So whoever we loan him to, option or obligation to buy, preferably an obligation. because I think we need to move him on. Now, to what you said to me, is he the sole one? No. And this is what I stated as I was talking about Rashford. There's plenty of players that need to leave the football club. However, Rashford being the first one to leave, potentially in January, is such a statement of intent because it lets me know, okay, my manager is serious. The club is also serious to an extent, but I know Amorim knows that these men are not good enough because he said as much. From when he's joined up until now, he has called these men shit in the most polite way possible on multiple occasions. He said it in every way, man. He has called this girl, it's like calling a girl ugly without saying she's ugly in the most polite way possible. Oh, she got a nice personality. Oh, she got nice eyes. She comes from a good background. Is she pretty, man? Yeah, she's a cool person. She's done like that's what he's saying about our attack. You know what I'm saying? That's how he's spoken about our attack, not just Rashford, but multiple players. So do the rest of these attackers need to go? Yes. Do a lot of these players need to leave? Yes. But like I said, Rashford being the first one is fantastic for me. And even the way he spoke about it today, Amorim responded like, yeah, I would have preferred him to talk to me. And he's still back Rashford. He was still like, yeah, we're better with Rashford. We all know that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? We all know we ain't better than Rashford because you went into a Manchester derby and said, you can stay at home, mate. So again, don't pay attention to what he says. Look at the actions. You didn't even have him on the bench. You could have dropped him from the squad. I mean, you could have dropped him to the bench and had him as an option. Because it's not like our bench was star-studded. But you said, you know what? Nah, I'm good. You can stay at home. So that tells you how highly you rated him. All that stuff about, oh, it's the way you train, it's the way you eat, it's the way you dress and da-da-da. Again, just politely saying he's not good enough. So let me just use all these excuses. Yeah, that's it, Prime. Yeah, she's funny. You know what I'm saying? You ask a man if a girl's pretty and she said, oh, she got nice eyes or she's funny, means she's ugly. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. What are we talking about here? And that's what he does with our attack. I have to use the yell analogy because it cuts through deeper so people know exactly what it is. And he's handled it, and Amorim's handled it perfectly in this scenario. So now it's just moving him on. Go on.
So TJ, yeah. So Arsenal fans in the chat, yeah. Are you okay that we don't get anyone in the general transfer window? Because that's what it seems like. No one is coming in.
You said
if you don't expect anything,
rather than get Rashford on loan. Guys in the chat.
Happy holidays, everybody, by the way. So I'm going to use a Christmas analogy here, okay? Let's use an old Saint Nick. You know what I mean? Let's use this metaphor, okay? I would rather get nothing on Christmas than a lump of coal. What am I going to do with a lump of coal? What am I going to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this?
So we should just throw away. We should just throw away anything that could help us out.
There's no way we're bringing anybody in. Mikel Arteta has said they are not going to bring anybody in. So what is the point of even talking about it? We are not in the same position. We are not in the same position we were in the last time we brought in somebody in the January transfer window. And the last time we had a January transfer window that made any noise was 2023. So not the last transfer window, but the one before that when we brought in Jorginho and Trossard.
Okay, no problem, man.
Yeah.
I mean, then another trophy this season, right?
I know. Well,
that's kind of what I've
been saying. That's kind of what I've been saying all show.
So wait, TJ. I don't want to prove what you've been saying. I want to win a title.
I know you do.
I mean,
so do I.
I want to win a title. So when we put it in that way, is it that we don't want? Is it that we don't want us to win a title? Because because if we can have someone who could come in, even if he's not a desirable player, if he could come in and just help out in the left hand side. I mean, with that player bounce, I mean, because just like they have manager bounce in teams, yeah. When
the
new
odds
manager
are trying
comes
to
in,
sell him to us, Tony.
we might just have a player bounce in this one where he's trying to prove this Mancunian's wrong.
This criminal
he's
Flawless
trying
over
to
here.
prove people like Flawless. I mean, look at what Flawless have said about him. You know, it's the second
Flawless is over here like a used car salesman trying to sell us a lemon, bro.
At Manchester United. So maybe if he's trying to just, prove this pundit's wrong, prove pundits like Saeed wrong, prove pundits like Flawless wrong, prove Chic TV, prove Ladimus wrong, prove Wynot wrong, and and the rest of them. I mean, if he comes to a new environment, to a new football club, to a club that will give him the chance and say, hey, you know what, yeah, on our left-hand side, we have nothing to lose. We have totally garbage players down there. Martinelli, completely no desire, completely no rhythm, no confidence in scoring goals. We have Trossard who looks drab. I mean, it doesn't help out in anything. All the whole shots he played, he skied everything today. So we have totally nothing going on for us in that left-hand side. What if we have a Rashford on loan, technically, because we can't buy any player in January, that will come with that player bounce, knowing that, oh, this is my last chance to showcase anything. I mean, Jadon Sancho was out there in Manchester United. It looked like a shitty player. I mean, wasn't he a shitty player, TJ? Wasn't he drab? Didn't Flawless come out and say, he doesn't like this player, he wants him out? I mean, lots of pundits said that. Said said that. I mean, you never said that? Wait, you supported Sancho in Manchester Football Club?
Absolutely.
You liked him there?
He legit did. He legit did.
You know what my thoughts was on Sancho? What I said about Sancho was, I said we should have moved him on because under the manager that we had, he was never going to play and get game time.
Yeah,
we should have
yeah. So in other words, you wanted him to move on. You had no problem with him moving on.
But that wasn't.
You had no problem.
That wasn't because of his talent. It wasn't a talent issue. It wasn't a skill issue.
Then it was a what issue? Because if you have the talent, if you have the skill set, you would score goals. You would get a team ahead.
I say again, because of the manager we had, he was never going to get a fair shot because him and the manager didn't get on. Even when he came back this summer just gone, and it was like, oh, they've made up. There's no way in hell you can be the most placid, laid back person. There's no way publicly you can have the spat they had and in 6 months be okay. Like, not everyone's as petty as I am because I don't forgive or forget. So having forgiveness is overrated. That's a whole different conversation. There's no way.
I totally get you. I totally get you.
What happened between those two and what he did to Sancho, they was ever going to be cool again. There's no way that. And Sancho seems like a fairly just laid back, placid, chilled guy, wants to just play his football. Man tried to. That will affect Sancho's career forever. What went on during that situation? He could have a super successful career, win Chelsea the Premier Leagues. Let me pluralize that. Go win them a Champions League or go elsewhere and win domestic leagues and win European cups. That will follow him around forever.
But you remembered when he had that problem, many Manchester United fans wanted him out of the football club.
Because United,
when he had that problem with Ten Hag, they said send him off. They said he was useless. They said he was useless. Let's don't pretend as if it was the darling of Manchester United fans.
They did.
Let's not act like that.
But this is why I say keep Manchester United fans as far away from club decisions as possible. I've said this.
It's true.
Manchester United fans, and I include myself in that.
Shots fired. I like that, man.
Well, Tony, you asked half the Man United fans. No, real quick. No, you asked half the United.
No, it's
fans
true because Jadon Sancho is out there in Chelsea and he's looking good in Chelsea. He's looking good. So I'm just saying. What if Rashford has a new environment? What if he has a new environment to work in? And it's just like Sancho. What's good for the goose? Americans always say, "What's good for the goose is good for the gander." How about that? I mean,
how about that?
What is good? How about that?
I don't say that, by the way. I'm an American, and I never say that. I say other things, but I don't say that.
If Sancho left Manchester United and is looking, kind of cool in Chelsea,
Jesus.
I mean, taking Rashford on loan, knowing that my team won't spend on any player, is the best.
How much would you spend on him?
Yeah, we still not got a price.
I said on loan.
Oh,
so we're not paying United at all. United are just going to give them to us.
On loan. We can pay a little bit.
Okay. What percentage of the wages are we paying?
Maybe 50.
No way.
50?
There's zero
50,
chance
50,
I would do that. Nope. No, the minimum I would take is we pay 30, they pay 70.
Cool. And
Zero.
I say this all the time, Tony, in regards to the fans, and I include myself in that when I'm talking about Manchester United in particular and ownership. Fuck the fans. Just do your job and we'll be happy. If you do your job to a great standard and Manchester United is successful, 99.9% of fans are going to love you. Get us back to where we want to be. Don't worry about our feelings. Facts over, you know what I'm saying? Facts over feelings. That's why I say this all the time about the football club. So all this, our fan base, some of the fan base, some big account wrote a letter about Rashford today. Seen it. Rashford, you know, he's been here
So
almost 10
dumb.
years.
I saw that.
Yeah, I seen it. I was like, you not learn from the last guy. You don't write a letter for. And you see what he did to us. And the fact that we're in the situation where him is largely in part to him. A lot of these players we need to get rid of are players he co-signed. Deals he co-signed of. All of our two worst ever Premier League finishes in our history are because of this guy. The two worst. Not just one. People always talk about the 8th. He also did the 2nd. Oh, wait. Was that under Oli? Nah, I tell a lie. It's just the one. The other one was under Oli. So what are we talking about here? Worst ever Champions League campaign under him. We do worse defeats under him. All them records he broke, but we move. But you lot continue to run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We're going to get predictions for the next couple of Arsenal games, people, because next Wednesday is Christmas Day. Jesus, I need to get my shit into gear. So there won't be a show that Wednesday, but the next time you'll see us is Wednesday, the 1st of January. So it'll be the new year because Arsenal also play that day as well, people. So we'll get predictions from TJ and Tony. TJ, we'll go to you. You face Crystal Palace again, away though this time. Selhurst Park, score line prediction.
Has to be a 2-1. Have to start our strongest starting 11. Selhurst Park is a tough place to go. We will win 2-1.
2-1. Okay. Tony, what are you telling me? Travel to Selhurst Park.
I think it will be a win. I mean, they're not really looking good defensively. They're always conceding goals. They're 15th for a reason because they concede lots of goals. However, going forward, they look good at times. You know, they've scored a couple of goals this season. They look good going forward. Mateta is looking good. Sarr is dangerous. Eze was dangerous. With his speed and his pace. But again, they might just cost us a little bit of they might cost us a little bit of trouble in the first half. But just like today, we'll do what we do. We'll bounce back. But again, if this manager tinkers again with that Thomas Partey thing and throws him at right back and tinkers with the whole team again, that would be problematic. So, we just have to play with the same kind of tactics we played today in the second half, and then we can get everything rolling. But again, with Gabriel Jesus scoring 3 goals today, I think this manager might want to tinker with that striking position with Kai Havertz. I have that feeling.
Scoreline prediction, Tony.
Scoreline 3.
Yes.
I think maybe we might win 3-1.
3-1. Okay, so 2-1. Staying with you, Tony. You play Ipswich Town at home Friday, the 27th of December.
Smash them up.
You gonna beat them up, yeah?
Smash them
you gonna beat them up, smash them up. All right, scoreline prediction, my friend. What are we saying? 4-0, 5-0, 6-0?
No. I'm looking at 3-0.
3-0. Okay. TJ, what are you telling me? Ipswich Town at home.
2-0 Arsenal.
2-0. Okay.
Ipswich are good, but not good enough.
No. And then Wednesday, the 1st of January, West London Derby. Not West London Derby, sorry, London Derby, but you travel to West London, away at Brentford.
Oh, God, man. That's
away at Brentford's really tough.
Yep. Derby, the next time we see us is that day.
They've not lost a home game since this season, man. That's a tough one, man. And the kind of goals they're scoring at BTEC Stadium is something different, bro. They're scoring goals for fun.
Mbuemo, man. Mbuemo on that right side. You gotta imagine. One, we gotta line up an actual left back against him, bro.
I can't predict that game. I'll just wait and see, man. It's a tough one. At home. No. They've not lost. I'm going.
We're very bad on the new year. historically we're not good. We don't win a lot of games. So after like Boxing Day a couple of years ago, yeah, we smashed West Ham, but I still keep going back to that Fulham away, and we're away at the community stadium. So I'm going draw on that. It stinks, but I'm going draw. I'll go 2-2.
2-2.
2-2.
Okay. You telling me, Tony, man? Away at Brentford.
We might nick it 1-0, but I highly doubt it, man. It's one of those games that I believe it's going to be very, very tricky. I really doubt it.
What do you mean you highly doubt it? You told me you winning 7 of your next 8 last week.
Yeah, but I did not say that this Brentford game would be a walk in the park.
No, you didn't say you were going to smash them up or beat them up. You didn't say that, no.
Yeah.
You didn't say that.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
The scoreline prediction for me, man. 1-0 Brentford, yeah? All right, first.
1-0.
First. 1-0 Brentford, cool. Big up to Steve. He's gone from 7 and 8 to now, it's 2 wins and 4. Big up to Steve for the super chat.
Big up Steve, man.
Because I want Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. What's HWTL? What's that?
Highway the lads.
Yeah, that's the Newcastle slogan, isn't it? Yeah.
And it's Sunderland's too. Hold that, Steve.
Yeah, hold that. Hey, Steve, you know what? Hold that, Steve. Hold that.
Hold that,
big
Steve.
up for the super chat, Steve. Appreciate it. Big up to everyone that's locked in.
Big up Steve Strasbourg.
Subscribe button. Don't forget as well, this show, audio of the shows on the channel are available on all audio platforms, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, etc. Tony, let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up, all that good stuff.
Yeah, guys, I've been trying to get TJ to my channel, man, but man doesn't want to have heart-to-heart talk. So,
It's not true.
Man doesn't want to talk about Arsenal bringing in, a couple of players to help us out. But guys, thanks for the love down here on the channel. Of course, back again this week, again with Flawless. Next week, we're gonna, be back here. Hopefully, Arsenal win the cup.
Tony, break because it's Christmas Day next Wednesday.
Christmas. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That break. I need that
we'll
break.
We'll be back 1st of January. We'll be back 1st of January.
Yeah, great, man. So, guys, keep supporting the channel, definitely. And subscribe to my channel, Tony Clark Gunner TV. I'll be having shows this weekend with Oregon Gunner. Me and him will be having a post-game show. After that Crystal Palace game, I'll be back with Wolfang Division to my channel. This will be a tough one. I might also send some invite to some Chelsea fans. Personally, I would like Vladimir Spran to be there because he needs to answer to the crimes of Modric. We have Chelsea fighting for a goddamn title, while their players last season were looking like complete Oreos, and this season they're all challenging on all cylinders. We have Nicholas Jackson looking like prime Terminator. We have we have Enzo looking like Universal Soldiers down here, and we have Modric shooting up juices everywhere, bro. We need to know, So
hey, yo, bro.
Yeah, man. These guys are juicing up. These guys are juicing up.
Hey, use different
they're
words,
shooting up juice. Yeah. That's what I said. I said they are shooting up juices. It's been proven. It's been proven that Modric, juiced up.
TJ,
so,
TJ, Tony, what have you got coming up on your channel, my friend? That's all.
Bro, no. Let me stick this to Chelsea fans just a bit. I have certified my guy is there. I need to stick it up, just twist the knife just a little bit. Yeah, so Wolfang Division will be coming down, Chelsea fan. I hope Vladimir will be there because I would like to send him a message on Twitter. Hopefully he can accept that and come to the channel and come and have just a frank chat. Like, what's up with Chelsea this season? Last season, see what happened, and this season you're looking like Grand Terminator and 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 all that good stuff. But again, throw that all away. So me, Wolfang Division, back on the channel. And of course, Bant will be back with me. And maybe during the holidays, maybe after Christmas. It would be nice to have Flawless on the channel. So
you act like I'm not. Just if you shout me, I'm there. Just message me.
I always look at you like a big channel, so maybe.
You acting like we don't talk outside of this. Don't do that. No, this guy, don't do that. Because I've been on this channel before. You asked me, and I was like, yeah, cool. So you know this. I don't even have to say it to TJ. Whenever you might need me on your channel, just let me know. Just message me. Jesus, that Lex, I'm literally about to close out. Lex, I'm literally about to close out. Hey TJ, let them know where they can find you. This guy acting like I'm gonna air your DMs. Just message me and we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Go on.
American Idiots on Friday, 9 p.m. UK time. Me, Dow, and we're trying to get some old school Arsenal fans on, some early TJ Warren TV guests. We're trying to get Del Boy and Kyle Walsh Gunner on. So you guys want to have the throwback old school Arteta out conversation? Tune in. You can also catch me on Staffy TV for American Waffle on Monday. I missed it this week because I was sick, but I will be making my return to Dunk on Vader. And you can also catch me for a match reaction after the match this weekend. Flawless, thanks for having me, bro. Appreciate it every time.
I always love this show. So big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. If this is your favorite show, the United Arsenal podcast on there is a playlist for this show on the channel. Like there's a playlist for every single show on this channel. Again, if you want to listen on the audio only platforms, everyone's doing Spotify wrapped up. So all of you lot that have Spotify, type in Sarcasm City TV, hit the follow button on there, 5-star us as well, because you may be running about. Maybe you don't want to see our faces. Maybe you don't want YouTube using up all your data, people. Then use the Spotify. So hit a follow, 5-star us, because you can listen audio only, or you might just prefer to listen to your podcast that way. Same with iTunes, Apple Podcast, all you iPhone users, SoundCloud, or wherever you listen to podcast, people. We are indeed going to close out. Love to everyone that's locked in. Absolute real ones. As always, we back tomorrow. What we even got coming up tomorrow? Thursday. 4:30 p.m. No, actually, I'm moving that. Just check it. Just keep a lookout on the schedule here on the YouTube and the playback. Of course, Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester United. That watch along will start an hour before kickoff, so 7 p.m. UK time, people. And I might do a solo sports Q&A on at 4 p.m. But definitely you'll get the watch along, people. 100%. Follow the playback as well, because there's no NBA games tonight, but we'll be back on there tomorrow in regards to NBA watch alongs as well. But this has been the Manchester United Arsenal podcast, Man United podcast meets the Gunner Talk from the Arsenal podcast, live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we're redirecting to Bayesian Reds TV. So put Sarcasm City Raid in the chat, hit the like button and subscribe over there. Salute. Big up.